Ultimately, I'm glad that I downloaded that language study program today for $10, not because it's a good program, but because it showed me how the real world really works when it comes to VR. You know, now these are real scenarios that you can be placed in travel when you get picked up by a crabby cab driver, and like they set it up to where on that train I showed, right? The conductor comes and says, "Do you have your ticket?" And I'm like, the only options are variations of "No, I don't have a ticket." And so he says curtly in Chinese, "Okay, well then you will be fined," and walks away. So I don't want any part of that program. Although I know that kind of stuff does go down in travel, especially one reason why I'm keeping kind of to myself and not traveling at the present time, especially with COVID, right? But like, basically had enough. I'm not going to take additional abuse beyond the abuse I already have going on here. And I was quite stressed out, quite tachycardic, and almost full throttle during the experience because of a dog outside at this place, which is an ongoing problem at this location, with a certain tenant that lives here, who is an absolute wretched offense to society and an absolute vagrant who doesn't bathe somehow, yet he appears to have plenty of money and just doesn't appear to bathe, has a dog, smokes cigarettes, and frankly probably smokes butts found on the ground, right? And other things about that guy. But again, this is not about that. It's about the technology. And, regardless of the interference outside, I don't need additional interference on the inside. I wanted to see if there were some relaxational aids and things like that. It just doesn't work for me that way. You don't need any technology to meditate. And I don't recommend using any when you really want to reach a true meditation state, a meditative state. So, as I've already said, I'm going to get rid of the software, and I'm going to seek a refund on this $10 software. I'm going to blatantly say I don't want to be tracked, and I feel that the software was tracking me, and they will be compelled to give me my $10 back, and then I will uninstall everything on the device, erase it, and return it to the vendor, right? I want no part of anything like that, and no one who follows the old ways would want any part of anything like that. So I'm just grateful that I spent the $10 early on, and I didn't pony up the money for that anatomy program, because I now realize medical science is also something I don't want to be a part of. And so, just working with emotions, just working with people's problems, what I am studying has value, and that's important to know for a therapist. But until they start talking to people, they don't think it does, and they don't think they do, right? Until they start having therapy from the other orientation where they're the therapist. So, again, I do offer counseling. It might be early in my career how to do that as a counselor, but it's not early in my career and experience as far as more than 20 years of work. I started working at the age of 14 with a work permit. I actually worked prior to that with my mother's consent, and she sort of put me to work. I had no choice earlier than that. So I have experience in life. I've been to college. I've been to a lot of different schools. And I basically meet the equivalency of a master's degree at the present time. And soon I will have an actual one. Does a piece of paper really mean anything? Well, I don't know. Maybe you can advance that 2 years. Check out our website, bluebuddhadta.org. It stands for Tao, Dharma and Tao Association.org. I'll help you make these realizations. I'll help you get to the point where you see the truth very plainly, like this. I'll help you get to the next level of life, and maybe help you attract yourself to your spirit and connect with the old ways, of living, of civilization, which are, I think, the best ways. They are lasting, enduring like the enduring Tao, which will always be here, which we are part of, which is what this is, which is what life is. Thank you for watching, and I do encourage people to consider the same sort of decision, to be aware of, what they're doing in life, to be aware of what others are asking them to do, So, thank you very much.